Welcome back to YouTube viewers. It is Chris Nichols here. Look what I've got. A production Fujifilm X-H2S. Now we did in a previous video look at a pre-production version of this, and we covered what we could. We were able to talk about things like button controls, ergonomics, handling. 180 shots at 40 frames per second, where the camera then slowed down to about 20 frames per second and continued to shoot.
The next day.
Yes, I know, I'm late. X-H2S has been out for such a long time, where I'm like, oh, first impression review of the X-H2S. The reason why, so Fujifilm has been nice enough to send me this camera to try for a few weeks. And I wanted to try it because I've been using the X-T4 for a very, very long time, like 2 years now. And I kind of want to upgrade. I'm not sure if I want to switch to another camera or not. So I wanted to make this video to tell you what my first impressions are about this camera and if I will be switching, and also my perspective about someone who's always traveling and I'm always like running, gunning with my X-T4. So I'm just wondering if it's really worth it to move to the X-H2S. First thing I want to talk about is the things that I love about the X-H2S. Ergonomics are the best. Like, I thought that it was easy to handle the X-T4, but I love the grip in the X-H2S. The big grip, I thought it would be like even too big for my hands, but it was perfect. It's like better, more comfortable to handle. So it makes it like, to be honest, the X-T4 feels heavier than the X-H2S, just thanks to that grip. So I really enjoy that. And the camera is super easy to use if you're a Fujifilm shooter or any other. You have the classical, the modern PSAM dials there. You can fully customize the camera the way you want. You don't have like this kind of dials, which is probably easier for people who have been using other brands for a while. So it was super easy for me to use. I love the video capabilities. There's like an extreme amount of settings that you want. If you want to know all the settings and all the codec and stuff. Pascal Basil actually released a very good video about the X-H2S. Gerald Dunn is also the best person to watch for like the technical capabilities. I don't want to go into the technicals. I just want to talk about my user experience compared to the X-T4. What I love about it is like I can babble, I can do 10,000 texts here, and the camera will keep on rolling, because the problem with the X-T4, unfortunately, there's like a time limit when you talk, so you always have to be careful. So I don't have this issue with the X-H2S. I love that you can do 4K without a crop for fast action. It's like super fast. I thought that using the use of the CF Express rather than having 2 SD card slots will be an issue for me. But actually, they also sent the CF Express card that was part of the pack of the loaner. That card is amazing. It's so fast. Like it's worth every penny. When you do the transfer of images or videos into your computer, it's just like phew. It's like crazy. Like I never knew that there was something that fast. I didn't even know what CF Express was about. But this is worth every single penny. So if you get this camera, I understand why they're putting the CF Express card in there. But just make sure to have like a good CF Express reader, because if you have an old reader, sometimes you have to start all over and all over again. So that are the things that I like about this camera. Another thing that's been upgraded about this camera is the autofocus, but the continuous of autofocus, especially when you're filming video. You see there, it's not losing me. I'm back, I'm out, I'm back. I'm not gonna run into the camera, that's not gonna be done. The X-T4 tends to hunt a lot, but there's like some setting that you can do in the X-T4 for it to be faster in autofocus, and I master those settings here. I'm actually gonna release another video on how I use this camera. Autofocus, much better. In terms of picture quality, it's the same. To be honest, between the X-T4 and X-H2S, I didn't see any difference. I took some tests around the street in London, took some portrait home, I did some self-portrait. I didn't find any difference. As you can see here, like you cannot tell which one is which. And also for videos, although the X-H2S is a more capable camera, I found that the videos, actually I will put some video up there and you can tell me if you can tear them apart. And you can also watch my last videos about that I filmed about reviewing a burger joint in London, and I was mixing both cameras. So maybe go watch this video and put down in the comment if you can tell a difference. What I don't like about it is I think it's a bit bulky for an APS-C camera, but I don't understand because because it's a video-centric camera, you need weight. And you need like a big lens, so it can be like this. Handheld filming, you need a heavy camera because the weight adds to it. And then they have like a new processor into it, the IBIS. Although the IBIS, I think I filmed NL both cameras, I didn't notice any difference in the IBIS between both cameras. And actually I was using the 16-55 on the X-T4 with the IBIS, and that lens is not stabilized, and I didn't notice much shake, like you can see here as an example. Yeah, I'm still shaking because, yeah, you know, but it was not like 10 times better than the X-T4 about that. I love the retro look. The reason why I chose Fuji was because of this, you know. This is amazing. You can just switch whatever you want. You have like a more, better user experience, I find, with the X-T4. You can see your aperture here on the ring, well, obviously not on this lens, because this is more my video lens. But everything is done on a switch of a button. And really, what really annoying me with the X-H2S is because it's not mine, so it's a loaner, so I didn't want to customize everything. Here, X-T4 in a switch of a button, you go video, photo, chick-chack. I'm taking picture, I want to take a quick video of something that I'm filming, boom, boom, done. Because I've done the movie optimized control in the camera, which means I can switch very fast. But with X-H2S, I have to turn PSAM filter video. No, that takes too long for me. So a workaround that you can do, you shoot your photo in manual, and then C1 is straight away your video setting. But it's like I don't have time for this. Like it's just like I want to do chick chat. Another thing that really frustrates me, and it was hard for me to get used to. The X-T4 here, you can click this button. So when you change your movie setting, for example, you click here, it goes from exposure, ISO, aperture. I don't understand why the X-H2S doesn't do that. Like, seriously, comment down below. Like, does that not frustrate you? That really frustrates me. But you have to get used to. In terms of the back, it's the same. You have the flippy screen. I don't know why people don't like it, but I think it's very useful when you're a solo creator. That's a good thing to have. So that's it. That's the three things I don't like. The modern look, the fact that you have to customize everything instead of being quick, and the weight, I would say, because I need something a bit lighter. I don't like cumbersome things. It's not, you know what I mean. And also, the camera is very expensive. So that's the reason why, if you ask me if I'm gonna switch, I will say at the minute, no, I'm not gonna switch, because I travel a lot and I need something lightweight and rugged. And this is my workhorse camera. I've been traveling with it around the world. I had never had any issue with that. And I love this camera. But video capabilities are obviously superior on an X-H2S. And I can allegedly make better travel video if I had this camera. But I don't think that's the case. Most of my videos on my channels has been filmed with this camera. And it's about how you use the camera. And at the end of the day, it's the lens as well that makes the film. It's not really the camera. So for my need, I honestly don't need for a 6.2K open gate, no crop on 4K. Because even if there's a little crop on 4K 60 here, I'm using a wide lens. This is my one and only lens for filming, is this one, the 10-24. Love this lens. So even if you have a crop and you want to do like, you want to film at 27 millimeters, you put that a little lower than, you put it at 16, and then you activate the crop, and then it will be the same look as if you are filming at 27 millimeters or 18 in this case. So it doesn't bother me at all, the crop on the 4K. 4K 120, never use it in my movie. I have a GoPro, never use that, so I don't think I need it. And the other thing that you have to note as well about the open gate is you can only record within the X-H2S open gate at H.265 10-bit. I'm personally a user of DaVinci Resolve, the free version of DaVinci Resolve. And you have to be careful because it doesn't really support that if you don't have DaVinci Resolve Studio, which means that's another added cost into your workflow. Like, please put a comment if I'm wrong about it. But just know that one day I tried to edit something that someone sent me, and because it was 10-bit 422 something, they were like, oh, you need to upgrade. I'm like, oh, I'm not upgrading. Whatever I do with DaVinci Resolve at the moment is more than enough for me. So that's another reason. And also, I love the retro look. It's just super nice. Like, these buttons are just like so sexy. So so for the time being, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that camera for now. Photo quality is the same. I'm predominantly a travel photographer. I took picture here. It's the same megapixel. Of course, it's not the same processor, but for the type of photography that I do, that is a bit slower, or in a controlled environment in the studio, I don't need the speed of the X-H2S. I'm not like shooting horses or cars, driving, things like that. So this is what, if that's what you do, then obviously get the X-H2S. So in conclusion, I'm not switching at the moment because I want to try other camera. I want to try the XS20. Next, I'll also review it in comparison to the X-T4. I'm giving myself another six months to a year with the X-T4 before I switch. And also I'm not getting paid to make videos, so I don't really feel the need to spend the money. Well, maybe if you hit the subscribe button and I'll get more views, more subscribers, and then I'll get to a point where I can afford this camera and justify it. But at the moment, you know, what I do with the X-T4 is more than enough. You know, I'm just beginning. If you're just beginning as well, don't break the bank. In any case, if you have the money, feel free to get it, because it's, the X-H2S is a camera that if you get it now, you can keep it for 10 years, the next 10 years. It's really a camera that you will grow into. And I found some on the used market for £1,500 now, because they are releasing a new camera. They probably will be releasing an X-H2S next year. And this one will go down a bit more as well. So at that point, I will be more advanced in my filmmaking to consider buying this. Yeah, so on the used market, I use MPB or WEX photo video. You can use the link in the description. It gives you a little bit of a discount if you use my link. And this one, you can find it for £700. If you just want to take picture and not interested in videography and are not doing client work, I cannot recommend this camera enough. I'm gonna make another video explaining why it's the best camera. Why is it still the best camera in 2024 for a travel content creator? So stay tuned for that. Hit the notification bell if you want to see it. So yeah, that's my conclusion. Just a quick review about the X-H2S. I love the camera. This camera is amazing. I wish I could have two cameras. I will always keep the X-T4 because of the dial. And if I was rich, I will also keep the X-H2S because I loved using it in London, going around, filming in a controlled environment. To travel with is too expensive. I cannot risk traveling with this camera. it's too expensive, too precious for me. So obviously the X-T4 is also a precious camera, but you can take it. You can take it. If I need to replace it, it's not going to be as costly as the X-H2S. So yes, I'm keeping it. I'll stop babbling. If you find this video useful, please subscribe or give it a like, and let me know if you are still hesitating or still looking into entering the Fuji system. I will definitely advise this camera. If you are a cinematographer, a filmmaker, and your main focus is videography, X-H2S. I haven't tried the XS20. It's also a very recommendable camera for beginners, but we'll see when I do the review, so I cannot speak for it at the minute. I'm just talking about these two cameras because I was looking a lot between these two cameras on YouTube, and I didn't find many videos about it, so I think it will be useful video to make for people who are still hesitating between the X-T4 and the X-H2S. Well, thanks for watching, and as always, live inspired. Cheers!